Right, chat. How's it going? Hopefully, look at them. Look at them. They're beautiful. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Ooh, it's getting warm in this room already. Hopefully everyone's doing well. Sorry, I'm setting up stuff. So Alex starts us off hot. I'm gonna take off this sweatshirt. Saying, so how about them Bills? I'm not gonna lie. I went to bed at halftime. Not because I thought the game was over. Just because I don't stay up late for games. I can't do it. My son's waking me up at 6 a.m. So I can't do it. But it was pretty amazing. I will say that when I woke up and they won 41-40. And honestly, greatest Sunday night football game for a season opener ever? Maybe. It's a contender. I watched the highlights and whatnot. It was awesome to see. So really proud of them. It's a good way to start the season. It was great. But Alex, hopefully you're doing well. Ziggy, I don't follow sports ball, but I watched the Bills game. Oof, good for them. It was a good game. I was a little worried. Because I was like, and the season opener, I don't put a lot of stock into it. Like, if they lose, they lose. You know what I mean? It's just it's the first game, whatever. The Ravens are a very good team. Lamar Jackson's a very good quarterback. They looked phenomenal. So it was absolutely fantastic. So you can only imagine the fans that left early what they must have felt like when they got to their cars and heard the crowd erupting. That's why you don't leave it early, unless you absolutely have to. I guess some people do, but Josh, what happened? Explain, ignorant Australian. So with 3 minutes left, the Bills were down 15 points, which is 2 touchdowns, which is driving the whole field plus an extra point. And they came back and they won it with 1 second left, actually with no time left, and on a decently long field goal from a kicker they signed a couple days earlier because their other kicker is injured. And the kicker was a 15-year-old vet that I don't think it's supposed to be that good. So it was a really good comeback. It was a really, really good comeback by them. And of course I saw Josh Allen was like, I see some people left early, but we won't judge you. Maybe just believe is a common saying. So but yeah, it was good. It was good for them. Realistically, I mean, the Ravens are going to make the playoffs probably. I mean, hopefully the Bills will as well, and they'll play each other again. And I think they play each other again in their schedule. Let me check. I can't remember. They usually play them twice. No, they won't. But they will probably play them again in the playoffs. So we'll see. But it was really, really good. Really good overall. I may not have a favorite team, but it's always fun to watch Allen Cook, dude. He's just a good guy. I mean, the guy did fund an entire wing of the Buffalo Hospital by himself because his mom was a nurse, and he felt like it was his civic duty to do so. So I mean, the guy's a really good guy. I mean, if you ever think professional athletes are the worst human beings ever, which generally they're not great, watch some videos of him. He'll go out there and just sign everything, and while his handlers tell him to leave, kids will start crying. He's like, I gotta go sign the kids stuff, right? Just a good guy. Go Cats in 2 weeks for my situation over here. Is your season nearing its end, or is it in the beginning? How does that work? What is that situation like? But yeah, it was awesome to see him do well. So I also don't have Kick live today because I was going to, but my Kick thing would not log in. So do your games happen every week? Is that how the schedule works? Football's every week, baseball's every day, right? So is yours once a week, English football is? I actually really like the Premier League because it's like Saturday or Sunday morning usually. It's early. I can watch it. It's a good time. Also, it was a great Formula One race for anyone that watched it as well, with Max Verstappen winning again, which makes me happy. Like, I don't hate McLaren. I get tired of watching the same people win over and over and over. So like when someone else wins and it's new, I'm on board. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm on board. But yeah, no, it was a really good game. So I was really proud of them. It's good. I mean, it gives me something to root for besides the Baltimore Orioles, who are just not great. It turns out you need pitching and hitting. And when you rely only on hitting, and then the hitting doesn't go well, there's some problems. When the season is happening, it's about 23 rounds, expanding more leagues and rounds, and sometimes a team might have a bye, but there's the AFL football every weekend, and the season's part. Okay, that's cool. There's a running theory that like in the States, well, this is like a weird theory. So like obviously like religion's like not what it used to be, right? And there's a big running idea of like, why did football become like basically America's pastime now, right? Like baseball was always America's pastime. It was the greatest thing in the world. And then all of a sudden, like football took over. And I read this like whole theory about it, which was really fascinating, that like football is basically the replacement of religion, where like it's on Sunday, generally speaking. You go, you spend your day doing it, right? It's once per week. It's like really simple to get into. It's all kind of at once, and you just spend your day being a part of a community, right? A social group of like other people that root for you on that same day. I actually think football is not going to go down, right? But I think one of the things that's going to lead to less popularity of football, American football, is that like they have like Friday night games, Saturday night games, like the Thursday, the Monday, the Sunday, like it's all over the place. And I think they need to consolidate and be like mostly Sunday night with one game on Monday night, because that's just tradition. I don't even like the Thursday night games that much, but whatever. But Amazon now does the Thursday night football games, and I ran into that crew one time in Seattle, and they were telling me about like how they travel and what their life is like, and it just sounds miserable. I mean, like they love it, so it's not like miserable for them, but it's just like nonstop travel. And then you get up like really early the next day, fly out. They want you in and out of cities really fast because they don't want to pay like hotel bills and stuff, even though Amazon's like $1 billion company. So they try to like get you in and out really fast. It's like kind of crazy. Student worker heard that I used to be a Bears fan. The Bears. And he was saying the team is looking good. First time, huh? Yeah. After the 23 rounds, there's now a week off and then start of the top 8 play. Okay. Fridays are for high school football, Saturdays for college, Sunday, Monday for professional. It's so weird to me that they're going to play games on Thursday. I agree with you, Alex. There was something like I never understood the like obviously I went to Purdue, so I understood Saturday footballs and how big of a deal that was. And I really like Saturday football days. I really like college football in general. I like it less so that money's involved, but I liked it more when it was like kids still playing to play, right? Like obviously it was to play to like become like rich and famous someday, but like 3/4 of the NFL or 3/4 of the college football players don't make it to the NFL. Actually, probably more than that. So, you know, a lot of these kids were just playing to play. And now that there's money involved, it's kind of weird. I don't like as much. But high school football is really interesting because my high school football team was really bad. But it was still like the process of it all, right? Going out, going on cheering the team on the Friday nights and whatnot. Like there's something cool about that. And our local team, which I have no affiliation toward whatsoever. Like my son's not even going to go to that high school, but it's the closest high school. Their football team is crazy. They had a kid on the Eagles that won the Super Bowl, and so like there's signs for him and whatever. Like it's a good football town here. But I never watch it like high school football. But I it'd be fun to at some point. Because there's good kids. There's some good kids. There's some really stinkers too. But it's young kids, right? Having fun. So it's not like Texas, where I feel like the vast majority of those kids are really good. My state, I think, is top 5 for prospects in the country, which is kind of cool. But yeah, college football I enjoy watching, except for Notre Dame. It's the only school I hate. I hate them with a burning passion. Cannot stand Notre Dame. Can't stand their school. Can't stand their kids. I visited it. It's actually a very pretty campus. Can't stand it. Came in a little late. Talk about that crazy Bills game. I know. I was saying, LW, welcome. Also, Joshu, welcome. Sorry, I should say hi. Ziggy, welcome. I was saying how I left at half. I didn't leave. I stopped watching at halftime because I was tired and went to bed. And I was like, Bills aren't probably going to get it, but maybe it'll be close. And as long as they keep fighting, whatever. And then watching the highlights, it was like, whew. Down here in Texas, no one could touch Texas high school football. That's what I'm saying. I think Texas is number 1, right? And like Ohio is really high too, I think. Hold on. Top states for football recruits to college. States producing the top ones. Okay, so Texas, Florida, Georgia, California, Ohio. Oh, the North Carolina, Louisiana. Oh, my state's actually lower. North Carolina, Louisiana. I'm surprised North Carolina has that many. Indiana, Maryland, South Carolina, Tennessee, Mississippi, New Jersey, which is surprising. Actually, no, it's not surprising about New Jersey. New Jersey has a really bad system of, and I'm sure they do this in other states too, but it's really bad in Jersey, where they do fraudulent birth certificates all the time. It's like a big issue in New Jersey. I mean, I know in other states it is too, but like New Jersey's really bad with it. Maybe a busy part of my year, but it's always fun to watch the high school football playoffs in the dome. That'd be cool. That's really cool. But yeah, Texas football. From my understanding, like high school Texas football is like just different, right? It's just different. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Also in my town, like when I was growing up, like wrestling was the big thing and cheerleading. Our cheerleading squad, like, was top 3 in the nation for like a decade straight or something like that. They were really good. It was funny too, because it was a bunch of gals that I moved to my school in 7th grade. So like from 7th grade on, like they were hardcore about it. And now I have friends who have young girls who are starting in the cheer squad program and wrestling. And like the feeder system for it is insane. Like these kids are in like kindergarten and they're working them hard. And it's not like they don't enjoy it. They just set them up that like, hey, this is what it's gonna be like from here on out. And like you can just wrestle, like they have no problem with that. But they're gonna play favorites with their better kids, right? So like this is what you have to do the work. And they have like year-round camps and stuff. I root for Texas A&M. I was recruited by them. West Virginia and Notre Dame. Notre Dame for sure. They hate Notre Dame. Hate them. They're also rivals to. They're a one-way rival with Purdue. Like technically we're rivals with Purdue and Notre Dame, but Notre Dame always beats Purdue. So like we have some thing that travels between us, and I don't think it's left Notre Dame in like 10 years. It's really bad. Though Purdue doesn't look terrible this year. I mean, they don't look good, but they don't look terrible, which is really all I can hope for at this point. Because I think they won their first 2, like a year or 2 ago. We were losing against like middle school teams. It was really bad. But we'll get better. Maybe eventually. I don't know. I kind of stopped paying attention. My buddy lives out right by the university, and him and his wife and his kids have. I don't think they got season tickets this year, but they had them in past years. And he's just like, it's painful to watch. And I think I've mentioned this before. One of my coolest college memories was because I only went to Purdue for 2 years, right? I transferred in. And one year we were really bad, like really, really bad, my junior year. And my buddy, who was like my best friend in college, he was from Ohio and was like, we were playing Ohio State at Purdue. And I was like, oh, I just want to drink a few beers. And I was like, no, I don't know if I really want to go to this game. And he's like, no, we should go. He's like, you should see like a real college football team play. It's really fun. And I was like, okay, whatever. So we went to it and Purdue actually won. And so we got to storm the field. Not often you get to do that. It was the only time in like the 2 years I was there that Purdue actually stormed the field. So that was pretty cool. I have a Notre Dame hat, and some drunk Iowa Hawkeyes fan thought it was North Dakota hat, and do not see the. Well, North Dakota doesn't have a lot, so. Recruited by Texas A&M, that's cool. Yeah. Yep. I was being scouted as a freshman for baseball, and then I blew up my arm. I used to be very good at baseball, very good, and then my arm got jacked up, and then I really hated baseball because I hated my coach. And I didn't like the varsity coach at all in high school. And basically, I was a center fielder, and I could throw really far and hard. I mean, I could hit really well. I was fast because I ran track eventually. So I was fast. What did they say? My batting average was like high 3s, low 4s, right? It was good for high school varsity as a freshman. But I would just get base hits. I wasn't like a big power hitter or anything. Never hit a home run in my life. But I always get the first base, and I could just steal all the way to third because just nobody, like the kids weren't good enough to throw me out, and I was quick. And I would just dare them to take throws over the first, and they never did. And also, there's not many left-handed pitchers at that time, or at least in my league, so it was really easy to get like a huge jump on it. But anyway, because my stats were like insane my freshman year, Texas A&M was like, hey, they send you a letter, they have a guy come out and see you and talk to you and all that fun stuff, and it's really, really cool. And then we had no pitchers, and he's like, well, you could throw the ball from like dead of center at home plate, like no problem, you should pitch. And so I was like, okay, sure. And I did it, and then just like, it still hurts to this day. Like if I throw really hard with my son or something, like right here, it just freaking kills. It kills me. Holy cow. So then that fell apart. Then my sophomore year, I did track and field, and well, let me back up slightly. Freshman year of high school, I was going to do football, and I decided not to. I don't know why. I just decided not to. And halfway through the season, cross country, my how was it? So it got started where halfway through the season cross country, my teacher was the cross country coach for math. And he was talking to one of the freshmen. It's like, oh, you ran, a 5K in like 24 minutes, whatever it was. He's like, that's really good for a freshman. And I was a very arrogant POS high schooler because I was so good at baseball. So I was just like, I told him I could do that. And he said, well, prove it. So I was like, okay. So I joined the cross country team late. Did really well. And he's like, you should just keep doing this. And I was like, sure. So I did cross country all 4 years. But then sophomore year, I was talking to the coach because I came close with him. And I was like, I'm really upset with baseball. I don't know what to do because like it feels weird not doing 3 seasons of sports, blah, blah, blah. He's like, well, do track and field. And so I was like, okay. So sophomore year, went out for track and field. And we had a kid who was my rival, who was like the best sprinter on the team. And I was like, well, I want to beat him because, again, arrogant, kind of a POS guy. And I did. And then we became rivals. But then we ran 4x4 together. So we had to like, he used to be anchor and I took his spot because I was faster. But anyway, ran sophomore year. Then junior year, I was running really good times. And I got recruited then to a D3, a D2, and a D1 school. And the D2 school really wanted me, but they couldn't offer me a big scholarship. The D1 school offered me a decent scholarship, but it was down in North Carolina, High Point University. And they were like building their track team from scratch. And I was like, ugh. And they were like, you'll be our centerpiece. And I was like, ugh, I want to be like on a good team, And I decided to go with D3 at Elizabethtown College because at the time, everyone was telling you that big schools, you'll just be forgotten about. And I struggled academically. For those that don't know, I don't think I've ever mentioned this online ever. So here we go. I had an IEP, individual education program. I think that's what it's called. Basically, it's for kids who struggle in school. And I was not super smart in school. Like I just didn't apply myself at all. But I could get like B's, but I struggled a lot. And, where was I going with that? Oh, and they were saying with like kids that have IEPs and whatever, you shouldn't go to D1 schools because like they just don't care about you. Small schools like Elizabethtown will care about you. They'll help you, blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay. So I went there for 2 years, ran 2 years, rookie of the year, do really great, went to nationals. But the teachers did not care about me as a student. Like I was basically failing out of college. And I would go see teachers after hours to go help them. I'm like, I am struggling. And they're like, well, you just need to study harder. And I was like, okay, I understand like colleges don't care about IEPs, but you have to understand I had this, I need help. And I talked to my guidance counselor. I was like, I need help. Like I can't figure it out. And they're like, meh, not our problem. And I was like, okay. So then I left. I actually spent 5 years trying to do a 4-year degree, as all winners do. So I went to community college for a year to figure out my life. And then I went to Purdue. And I was there for 2 years. And I will tell you, everything they said about big schools, like not being there for students, was a complete lie. And I hated my guidance counselors. I hated everyone that told me that. Because I went to this massive school where I had classes of 300-400 kids. And I remember one of my first classes was Introductory to Mass Communication, because I was a comm major. And I went to go to my teacher's office hours, and I was like, hey, I don't know if this is chill. I was like, you have like 400 kids, but I used to have an IEP. Like I'm just struggling. I need some extra help. And she was like, yeah, whatever you need, let's do it. I was like, oh, okay. So like she helped me out, and then I got some tutors, and there's a lot of tutor resources and whatever. And like, I was like, I'll put it in the work. I just need help. I can't figure it out. And then that continued with all my classes. Like every single class I had, I would go see the teacher and be like, I need extra help. Like, well, it's not all of my classes, but a lot of my classes. I need extra help, whatever I could do. And they're like, yep, we have tutors, we have this, we have that, blah, blah, blah. And because a lot of big schools can pay their tutors for you, so they were able to do that for me, which was really cool. So I was able to just like spend extra time with tutors and whatever and do all that stuff. And I was going to run for Purdue and try it out, made the team. And I was just like, they were like traveling across the country on buses and whatnot. And I was like, I don't have time for this. Like, I really don't. So, did a little bit, but not a ton. So, Beast, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. It took me 3 years to graduate from community college, where the norm is 2 years. I decided to take my time instead of cramming in everything in 2 years. The other thing I regret, so when I did Purdue in 2 years, I was supposed to take 2.5 years. And I was like, I want to be done. I was like, I can't spend 5.5 years getting a 4-year degree. Like, I'm already like behind all my friends. I felt really bad because my friends were graduated already, like from high school. And like, I'm still trying to figure out college, right? So I did, in between my junior and senior year, I did summer classes and I load them up because my one teacher said, hey, I was failing his class, so I dropped out, but you needed to take his class for his major. And I went to go see him. I was like, look, there's no way I'm going to pass your class this year. I was like, am I better off doing it next year or what? And he's like, come do a summer class. He's like, I think you'll do better because instead of once a week, it's every single day and it's shortened down into a month. He's like, so you have good memory. You can remember the things that you did 2 weeks ago. That's your midterm. 4 weeks is your final. Like, you can remember most of those things. When it's spread over a longer time, it's harder. And I did that. And I went from failing his class to like getting an A. And I was like, son of a gun. I should have done more summer classes in my life because that condensed schedule was so much better for me in general. But it's just weird things that you don't really know until after the fact. And now, so my half brother is 16 years younger than me, and he's now he did community college, so now he's in like a 4-year degree. And I told him, I was like, bro, you need to do summer classes if you ever struggle. Now he's much smarter than me, so he doesn't struggle like I did, but he's thinking about it, I think, for next year to finish faster. But I was like, it's worth it. I was like, there's usually opportunities to work on campus. Like, you can get a job real easily. My summer at Purdue, I was the president of one of my big clubs I was a part of. I took 5 classes the entire summer, but like, it was like 2 in 1 month, 2 in a month, and then 1 in 1 month or something like that. I forgot how it overlapped or something. It was something weird, but it was 5 classes. And I had a full-time job on campus as well, where I basically did like tech support. And I was like, I went to the guy, I was like, I have no idea how to really do this. He's like, well, teach you. It's fine. He's like, we just really need people to like carry projectors and like wire things. And it's very easy. You'll be with somebody who actually knows what they're doing because it's engineering school. So it was all engineers I worked with. So I was like, okay, I could do like grunt work, right? Yeah, I can carry a projector somewhere and just run, Cat5 cables and different things. And you had to rewire cables. I was like, just tell me what to do and I could do it. So made a lot of money over the summer doing that because everyone's like, I only want to work like 10 hours. I was like, bro, I will work all the hours you can give me. He's like, well, we can't go over 32 or 31 and a half because at that time That was when Barack Obama was president, and he passed a law that basically said if you worked over 32 hours, it was full time now, which kind of stunk for me because I wasn't allowed to work full time because then they have to give you like health insurance and stuff because of Obamacare. So they only gave me 31 and a half hours. So I was like missing out on like 8.5 hours of work. I was like, it's like an extra like $100 I'm missing out on now because of him. Like, son of a gun. So anyway, that's my college story. And then I graduated 5 years with a 4-year degree, as you should. All right, there we go. But yeah. But it's funny too, because like now my half brother like can't find a job and whatnot. I was like, go to the college resource. I was like, he went to the same community college I did. He did it for 2 years. I did it for 1. I was like, they have a resource center. Go to them and they will give you a job. And colleges pay really well for no reason for students. Like, so when I went there in Purdue, especially, it was 2010 to 2011 semester. And I was making to basically sit in a room and watch movies, except for when they needed me. And I was really busy, like 2 weeks. But the rest of the time, I just sat in an office watching movies and occasionally went out and wired things. And I was getting paid at that time like $16 an hour, which like that time was insane amounts of money, especially as a college student. Like it funded my entire, I mean, I had a job while I was at college. I worked at the local paper and then I became an editor or an assistant editor there. But I was originally a writer, then an assistant editor, or a writer for a year and assistant editor for a year. So that helped pay things too. But you got paid nothing as a journalist. I got paid a lot more than that. But basically it funded all my like shenanigans. And since I was 21, I could go to the bars and like, you know, go drink. And there was a big tradition at Purdue. There's a shop called Harry's Chocolate Shop. Hello there, Keith. Hopefully you're doing well, man. Harry's Chocolate Shop, which used to be a speakeasy, and it's no chocolate, it's just beer. But it's the expensive bar on campus. Like a Coors Light's $2 expensive. But like every Friday, like everyone went there and hung out and whatever. So I graduated from Full Sail University with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Creative Writing for Entertainment, and it took me 10 years to finally do something with it, i.e. publish my book. Man, it worked though. It worked. I have so many friends that have degrees that don't even do the thing that their degree is. It's wild. Best part of my schooling was I had to play World of Warcraft for a month straight and write a paper of my experience. That's awesome. I had to, for my senior dissertation, except Purdue, you had to do this. I don't know if you still do, but you did at the time. To get any 4-year degree, you had to do a senior dissertation class, no matter if it was arts or science. I had to write a 100-page paper. Well, it wasn't really 100 pages. It was supposed to be like, I don't know, 100,000 words, which worked out to 10 pages or 100 pages or so. That wasn't the exact math. There was something off, but you couldn't make any grammatical mistakes. And I remember writing it first week. I just spent an entire week writing it, and I gave it to the teacher, and I was like, because they would tell you if you failed right away, so this you could fix it to try to pass. And I submitted it and I failed. And I was like, okay, that's fine. That's to be expected. They told you you're going to. And I spent like the next month trying to figure out my stupid mistakes. And if I would have had AI, I'd been done like that. But it was like something really silly because, again, Oxford commas aren't real. So I accidentally put an Oxford comma in, which is the incorrect way to use the English language. So I put that in and I got marked off for it. So I was like, stupid commas. So that's why when people are like, why do you hate Oxford commas so much? That's why. But I know people will fight me on that, and I don't care. But yeah, and then after that, the best part was trying to find a job. Chicago was not hiring anyone. Indianapolis wasn't hiring anyone. It was great. Oxford comma for life. It's incorrect way. It makes it into it makes it the middle section of dependent clause. Yeah, because it's dependent on the rest. I think that's the way it works. I forgot now the exact ruling if it makes it independent or dependent. But technically, the thing in the middle of the comma you can take out because like a sentence should still work without the thing in between two commas, and you can take it out. But obviously, with Oxford comma, you're listing things, so thus you don't want to take it out. Don't use Oxford comma. Also in journalism, it's why they don't use it either. Like if you read any newspaper in the country, they don't use the comma because it's incorrect. Oxford comma equals NWO for nah, man. Hulk Hogan would, rest his soul, would never use the Oxford comma. Doesn't work for me, brother. So the Oxford comma is a no, but the Cambridge period is a go. There you go. Yeah, it's like one of my weird, like I don't care if people use it, but like when people try to correct it on my stuff, I'm like, Actually, no journalist has ever done it. It's other people that try to correct my work. In my house, I splash the commas however I want. Don't splash the pot. Oh, bonus points to whoever knows that reference. I can't do a Russian accent. I will splash the pot however much I feel like. I don't think I've ever made novels watch that movie, for those that know what I'm talking about. And I want her to because she really likes Matt Damon. I'm like, it's a really good movie, but it's about a topic that she doesn't care about at all with poker. So she's like, I don't really have any interest in. Pay that man his money. Do whatever the F I please, Michael. Oh my god, I love that movie. I love that movie. So my first year at ETAM, my roommate was from Baltimore, so he was a huge Ravens fan and a big Orioles fan. So, all right, I hope my roommate from my freshman year of Elizabethtown does not watch this stream. Incredibly nice guy. Really, really nice. Got along with him well. There was one weird thing about him. So freshman year of college, I was on the track team. Track house threw all the big parties, so I went to all the parties. So I invited all my friends. That was like my dorm mate, right? And our next door neighbors we became really good friends with. So our dorm was a co-ed dorm, and it was like a square, all right, in Elizabethtown. And I was in the corner of a square, and then our best friends were in the other, like along the same straight line. And there was the women's bathroom was right here, and then this was the women's dorm room, right? So like men's dorm room, women's dorm room. So men, even though our bathroom was right here, and maybe when we were slightly intoxicated, we would use it in the middle of the night. Because we were friends with all the girls and they didn't care because they didn't wake up in the middle of the night. But like further down was the men's bathroom. But anyway, so the two guys right here that I was really good friends with, I invited them to the track parties. They would come. My roommate would not. These two girls, the one did and the one wouldn't. And really sad story. The one that wouldn't, we kept trying to get her to come. And she is no longer with us anymore. She passed away while she was in college. And there was a lot of signs for it, and like a lot of us still like beat ourselves up to this day. But so we were coming, whatever. So 1, 2, myself, and the one. So it was four of us. We'll go to the track parties, whatever. When I would come back in like 2:00 in the morning or whenever it is, the police would shut our party down. I would come back and I would find my roommate extremely inebriated, drinking like half a bottle of whiskey by himself, and he had a tendency to pee on his clothes. And so my room would smell terrible all the time. And he's like, I'm so sorry. Like next morning he would wake up and like do all his laundry and whatever. But every time I would come back on a Friday night and a Saturday night, or I guess Saturday morning, Sunday morning, it smelled terrible in my room. I just remember being like, oh my god, I'm miserable. I am miserable those 2 nights. Every other time he was totally chill, totally cool. I was like, bro, why don't you just come out with us and I can slow down your drinking? Because like excuse me, while I had fun, I never went overboard like that. Because like my friends and I were like, we can kind of keep him like under control then, but he was like, no, I'm not going to tonight. And like clockwork, I would come back in the middle of the night and be like, oh, I can smell it. Bad times, And then he was like, do you want to be roommates again sophomore year? I was like, no. I was like, I love you, brother, but no. And the three of them actually got a room together because there was another dorm where you could have 3 people living together. And I ended up rooming one of the track guys because it made more sense because, you know, it was just easier to room with track people because they got your schedule and whatever, because the schedules are really weird for track. I ate at weird times and had to get up really early for morning lifts and such. So, man, I swear we've all had that one roommate. I have so many stories. It's crazy. Used to drink, only drunk twice in my life. Became a teetotaler 16 years ago. Teetotaler? I don't know what that is. In college, I was a partier, but I never got like too out of hand except for like maybe a couple times. Purdue was worse because I didn't have track, so I had nothing to get up for in the morning. So it was just like I have no responsibility, and it was bad news bears. But that was my roommate's experience then. They went to community college, so I just lived at home and drove, and then worked 2 jobs and went to college. They went to Purdue, and they're like, "Do you have anyone that you want to live with?" I was like, "Man, I was 21 at that time, my junior year at Purdue. So I did all the freshman orientation stuff as a 21-year-old. So constantly kids were coming up like, "Can you buy us beer?" I was like, "Bro, I don't know you." Like, our first interaction is not going to be, "Yeah, I'll just buy you beer." Like, get out of here. Like, at least try to get to know me. And some would. And eventually, like, months later would ask me to buy him beer. And I'm like, I totally didn't. But my roommates were all freshmen. So at Purdue, it was really cool. I was in like the really nice rooms because since I was older, I got to pick wherever you want. It's when you don't drink. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. That works out good. I quit for a long time. And then like now it's like 1 beer. But anyway, so my room at Purdue was a room of me and my roommate, then a connecting bathroom to another room of 2, and they were all freshmen except for me, and they were all like honors kids, like really smart, like top of their class. And it was so funny because like my roommate was like really socially awkward, very nice guy. I think I'm friends with him on LinkedIn. But he had a tendency to study until 4 o'clock in the morning, but kept all the lights on. But I could sleep through it. So like we were a really good match because like I could sleep with the lights on. It doesn't bother me. And our other roommates, like, it was really funny because the one guy, he was from Russia and his parents were Russian and his girlfriend was Russian. And the other roommate would come to our room every now and again through the bathroom, and we're like, "What's up?" And he's like, "Oh, you know, blah blah blah," his name, because I won't say it publicly. Him and his girlfriend are fighting, and so we'd leave our door open, and they'd just be yelling at each other in Russian, and it was amazing. It was amazing to listen to, just Russians yelling at each other. But he also enjoyed vodka a lot, so. But he was a really really good student. They all were. So, and then after that, I was a part of another group, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to room with us again?" I was like, "Nope, I'm good." And I actually roomed with a girl in an apartment for my final year because her and I were good friends, and we're still friends to this day. And 2-bedroom apartment, 2 bathrooms, worked out great. It was fun. So, but she was a junior when I was a senior, I think. So. My apartment neighbors were outside hanging out in the parking lot, getting to know one another. Everyone asked our age. Then I told them I was 28. Became popular really quick during second time at college. Novel jealous? No, it was nothing like that. I didn't know novels till much later on. Also, welcome, Fat Kid Paladin. Hopefully doing well. No, her and I were just like good friends. I wasn't her type. Let's just say that. And she wasn't my type either. We both liked very different things than what we were to each other. So we were just like BFFs. Every time football season starts, I get very nostalgic for college. Yeah. There's every now and again, I'll talk to like a bunch of the guys from college, or gals. And it's like, man, I wish I would have done more in college. I wish I would have like done other things as well too. Like there was so much opportunity there and I just didn't do it, you know? So, but yeah, it was a good time. But no, my old college roommate lives in Texas. She was from Texas. She lives in Texas. So whenever I travel there for work, I try to see her. in 10 years it's been twice, right? So but she's doing really well now, which is good to hear. I think she's engaged, but I don't know. Opportunity there was. So like I wish I would have joined. There was like a running club I wish I would have joined. There's a couple other clubs that would have been really fun to join and whatnot. At Purdue they had a club called the Reamer Club, and which I know at every other school doesn't have that, but at Purdue they have it, which is basically the people that took care of that train, like the mascot. So the mascot's not Purdue Pete, right? It's the Boilermaker Special, the train. So I was in charge of the train, the big one and the small one. For those that don't know, there's two. And yeah, it was like the club that I was a part of, and she was a part of it. It was like a mixed sex club, and you had to like pledge and whatnot and get hazed. Kinda. I went to college during Oklahoma's heyday in football. Every weekend was a party. Every day was a party during football season. That's awesome. That's awesome. Like we were a really good basketball school, so basketball time was really fun because Indiana basketball. But the football season, like they made it a big deal, but they were so bad. Was it after college when you got into board gaming? Yeah, we played Catan in college a lot. But we never played like anything past that. I had some friends, some really good friends who never drank at all. And when I didn't want to go to any parties, I would hang out with them and we just like sit and play Catan all night. I got we had a couple of expansions for it, maybe two, and played them a lot, which was really fun. And that was like my first like really foray into something that wasn't Monopoly or Life or something like that. I think we did something else too, but I don't remember off the top of my head. My brother got a football scholarship to Purdue until he blew out his knee his senior year. Purdue does have a curse with knee injuries. Almost everyone gets one. We had a regular Axis and Allies group. That's so cool. There was a board gaming club at Purdue, which I wish I would have joined. I mean, I didn't know at the time, so it's not like I really like would have done it. But now knowing me and how I am, there was a club that did a lot of like more modern day board game stuff that would have been really cool to be a part of. But yeah, we had the Reamer Club had a rival club. To this day, I don't know who they are or what they do, but I just know they were my rivals. And we had a friendly flag football game every single season with them. And when I started again, like, I don't know how to say this nicely. Most of the people in these clubs weren't super athletic, but I was a D3 athlete or a former D3 athlete who was fast. So like they were like, you're going to be quarterback and you're just going to run the ball. And our flag football game was like officiated and whatnot. It was like a really intense thing. We got fans and everything. It wasn't like a lot of fans, but sometimes. And every single time it would turn into a tackle football game by the end. And they would get so mad. And like I remember my one friend was ready to punch someone because they tackled me hard. Like the guy feet off the ground tackled me like flag football. And I remember my buddy was like getting over, like ready to swing at this guy. I was like, no, it's chill. Like he's just upset because I'm beating him bad. Like in the 2 years we done it, we crushed them. Not saying it was just me, but I'm saying they lost a lot before me and lost a lot after me. That's all I'm saying. Arrogant D20 comes out every now and again. So the cool thing is, if you're familiar with the works of Jim Butcher, he does the Dredge report, the something files, right? Dresden Files, something like that, right? Went to the school at the same time I did at Oklahoma, and I actually like met him a couple of times at the bars and stuff, and didn't realize before he got famous. That's really cool. Walking by a college hallway and hearing "I got wood for sheep only in time." Dresden Files. Yeah, thank you. That's crazy. Is this where I acknowledge Roman Reigns as my tribal chief? 100%. I proudly at SummerSlam sat there for as long as I could. And I realized my arms aren't that strong, it turns out. John Danger, welcome chat. But yes, this is where you can recognize your tribal chief. Not the tribal thief. But yeah, so those are the things that like I regret in college and whatnot. And I don't regret moving back from college back out to the East Coast. If I could have stayed, I would, but obviously life worked out really well. Met novels, my family's out here, all that stuff is really great. But I still keep in contact with some of my Purdue friends. And it's sad that I just don't get to see them as much. But the really good thing is, since they're all engineers, they're really rich, or much richer than I am. So like anytime Novels and I go like down to Disney, I'm like, hey, you like Disney too? You should come down here. And like the one was like, yeah, I'll just pop down for a day. I was like, yes. So like the last time I went to Disney, he just popped down for the day. I was like, yeah, I'll come hang out for a day at Disney. Just wing it. I was like, okay, cool. But he does go a lot. I remember the year we beat the Longhorns. It was like 63-17 or something. And this is every one of the national championships. And we were relentless at the Cotton Bowl during the OU Texas game. Just relentless. We were so mean. This poor Texas people. I tried to play Falcon and Champs. Do you think he's the weakest one of this wave? Johnny, are you doing the pre-con deck? His pre-con deck, in my opinion, is terrible. Absolute dog water. Falcon isn't bad. My problem with Falcon is that I feel like I can never get like a big push with him. I always feel like I can kind of like maintain the board, but he doesn't have that next level to really push you past it, especially for a true solo. For multiplayer, it feels like he does a pretty decent job controlling everything for you and like keeping everything under wraps, but he can't make that final push. That's my biggest issue with Falcon. Again, I don't think he's bad. I think it's a lot of work to keep the board state like where it is. And that's why I don't care for him. But as far as the weakest one from the wave, probably. I think it's a very strong wave overall, to be fair. So like if you put him in a different wave, he'd be stronger. But this wave is very strong in general. I never played precons. I played him in Justice, and it was very blah. Yeah. I think people try to make him a bigger thing than he was, and he just isn't. I feel like Falcon's very fun support character multiplayer. I feel like if you can get his whole like recur that blocking card where he defends for everyone but doesn't exhaust, I feel like that's what makes him good. Is like you can defend for everyone, and again you can like see what the bad card's gonna be and stuff like that, at least for a little bit. So yeah, it's like how I feel with War Machine too. Yeah, I feel the same way. I agree with you 100%, Joshy. But yeah, I would say he's kind of weaker-ish. I think that's fair. Especially when you compare him to Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier's just like next level good. Bucky was godlike. Shuri was dope. Haven't played Silk yet. Nick was good. And I need to get Maria. I mean, again, I don't like Maria, but very strong, right? For sure, very strong. Let's see if YouTube kicks me off for this. Silk is really good. Her hand thing gets a little weird at first, so you have to get used to it. But I find Silk pretty strong. Not like overpowered strong, not like crushing every single time, but generally speaking, I can do pretty well with Silk. So. But yeah, Bucky is very good. Ironically, when I was playing two-handed games with them, Winter Soldier was letting me down. Falcon was maintaining, but Winter Soldier was taking so many bad encounter cards I couldn't push with him. I fizzled out playing Shield campaign against the Thunderbolts with them. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I never did the Shield campaign. I really should have, but I was going to do Silk aggro with Spider Justice, but opted for a Guardians run. Dude, I still love the Guardians. No, you know what? I'm not going to say that. Never mind. I'll wait. I'll wait until it becomes a thing. Hopefully it becomes a thing. All right, let's... Hold on, I need to see even what scenario I'm on with Metal Gear Solid. Just tell Maria you have her picture and you want to be counted. Dude, what a great song. There was a guy who did a whole video about how the Maria song goes with any anime intro ever. And once you hear it, you can't like not hear it. Look at this playlist. We're gonna do. No, we're not. All right, we did scenario 7 with the ninja. Okay, so we gotta do scenario 8. Okay. Aren't we meant to one day play the AOA campaign together so you actually experience it? Yes, we do have to do that. Been itching to play more Storm once I get tired of playing board games. Gotta remind myself that the weather deck needs the event cards to trigger the special effects. Storm is so much fun. She's so good. When are we going to mispronounce things to feed the trolls? Once we start Civil War. 100%. The problem is like the vast majority of my stuff people don't watch. That like would troll. I would just switch weather events to apply. Oh, I get what you did. Yeah. No. Not it. I know folks get tired of the mutant wave, but man, they were good. I think if the mutant wave was more spread out, it would have been... It's not even that the mutant wave was poorly received, but yeah, people got tired of it. If it was like every other one, I get why they didn't, because there's a whole contract thing, they couldn't do it. But it was, it would have just definitely been a, I think a better experience for a lot of people in general. Now that I have the new playmat out, I can like expand the camera. I also don't fully remember how to play this game. So, you know, we'll figure it out. All right, let's see. Oh, yeah, chapter 8 is Psycho Mantis. Oh, we're doing Psycho Mantis tonight. Let's freaking go. Okay. Oh god, there's a lot. All right, boss fight takes about 45 minutes. Okay, that's not bad. I'll have to remember these rules. Being every second wave, I think it was exciting because the hype of the next mutants wave. Yeah, I think next evolution was a weird one for people too. Like I'm not like next evolution box I didn't love, but I love like X23 and stuff like that. So, but yeah, they couldn't do that. But yeah, does piercing take away a villain's stuff? If you're attacking the villain, yes. If you're attacking a minion with overkill, no. So if the attack is going on the villain and you have piercing, take off the tough first, then deal the attack. But if you attack a minion with piercing and overkill, it would pierce the minion, whether they have a tough or not, it doesn't matter. And then the overkill would go directly into the villain's tough, assuming they have one. By the time I finish this run, Civil War should be out. Both Tigre Tigra and Hulk, Little Hulk, will look pretty dope. I'm actually excited. Yeah. You're a genius? Sometimes. I just read the rulebook a lot. Been waiting for the Mantis fight? Me too. All right, I think I remember how to play. I think. Let me just glance at this once more. Player setup. We have cards. Basic concepts. Attack. Movement. Never diagonally. Two figures can occupy the same space. Okay. Line of sight. Oh, yeah, the box. That's right. Remember to do the box. There's no cameras in the Mantis fight, so you don't have to worry about cameras. Oh wait, we don't have to worry about line of sight stuff actually, because we're doing a boss fight. That doesn't matter in this fight. Thank God. Okay. Okay. I think we'll be able to do it just fine. Think of piercing as remove tough from the target of the attack. Yeah. Pierce first, the target, and that's it. And hopefully that helps. Actually, wait. Can I just bring this up online? Shadow Moses campaign, so we can read it online, so you're not like watching me read from a book. I think we can. Solid Shadow Moses book CMON. Let's see. I think we can. This is for the rule book. That's the rule book. Is there a second controller port to use? We'll find out. I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work. I feel like I should. Shadow Moses. Is it the art book? Oh, I don't think there is a book. Oh, well. All right. So let's read Psychomantis. So this is from the Shadow Moses campaign book. This is what comes with. This is one of the things that comes with Integral, and one of the reasons I got it was because his art book. Because again, Metal Gear Solid's one of my favorite games of all time. So I was like, I have to get this, and you get the Rex, which hopefully we'll fight soon. I mean, like I know when we'll fight it, but like hopefully we'll progress to this game so we can fight him soon. So Snake, how are you gonna? How are the negotiations going? No progress. So it's all up to you, huh? Somebody's got to prevent them from launching a nuclear missile. Can I get David Hayter to come on stream, and whoever voices Meryl, who I feel like I should know? There are two ways. Either we destroy Metal Gear or we override the detonation codes. Take me too, Meryl says, winking. I know this place better than you do. You'll just slow me down. You don't have enough battle experience. I won't slow you down, I promise. Then, and what if you do? Then you can shoot me. I don't like to waste bullets. Such a great line, by the way. You know, I don't use makeup the way other women do. I hardly ever look at myself in the mirror. I've always despised that kind of woman. I always dreamed about becoming a soldier, but I was wrong. It wasn't really my dream. You wanted to follow your father's footsteps? My father, he was killed in action when I was younger. Not really. I thought that if I had become a soldier, I could understand him better. So, are you a soldier yet? I thought I was until today, but now I understand. The truth is I was just afraid of looking at myself, afraid of having to make my own decisions in life. But I'm not going to lie to myself anymore. It's time I look hard and look at myself. I want to know who I am, what I'm capable of. I want to know why I haven't lived the way I've lived until now. I want to know. Take a good look. You won't get another chance for a while. You should wash your face while you're at it. This isn't training exercise. Our lives are riding on this. There are no heroes or heroines. If you lose, you're worm food. Yeah. I miss David Hayter. Me too, man. That's strange. There's no guards. What happened to the music? My head. Oh, it hurts. Ah, don't come here, Snake. What's wrong? Meryl, getting all psychomantis. I'm fine. Let's go. Are you okay? What happened? Come on, Mr. Foxhound. The commander is waiting. Snake, do you like me? What the? Do you like me, Snake? Hold me, Snake. What's wrong? Optical camouflage? Huh. I hope that's not your only trick. Oh, man, there was so many more lines about her wanting him and vice versa. You doubt my power? Now I will show you why I'm the most powerful practitioner of the psychokinesis and telepathy in the world. No, there's no need for word, Snake. I am Psychomantis. That's right. This is no trick. It is true power. Bang, bang, bang. It's useless. I told you. I can read your every thought now. What do you think? Or what do you think now? I can feel my power now. The demonstration is over. No, he didn't read my memory card. What's really sad is like they can't read in the PC version your memory cards anymore. Someone should be playing Phil Collins while reading this. I want to know. Can you show me? Yeah, but in the PC version, they can't read your memory card anymore, which is really kind of sad. So, okay, so boss setup. We need tile 12A. Let's first get that. Well, oh, there it is. 12A. All right, so we don't need any more tiles. Cool. Okay. We have Snake. We don't need the guard one, I don't think. We shouldn't, at least. We're not playing 2 players, so we don't need Meryl. Psycho Mantis board. I don't think we need any others. Nothing in there. Should be. Alright, so equipment. Do we have this equipment? The PAL key, a grenade, a pistol, and medicine? I think that's what we have. Disguise, reference. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, these are the rest of the equipments. System. Rations and C4. I think we use them, right? Okay. Ocelot, the tank. Oh, Mantis. Here we go. Bunch of Mantis cards. Okay. Let's get all this out. We need. Oh, snake. Snake tokens. I guess wait. We can go to the tabletop. There we go. Snake tokens. I think we need that. Damage stuff we'll hold on to. We'll get all the dice out. I don't know if we need all of them, but you know, why not, right? All right. Keep all this down here. Snake. I lost one of my Meryl tokens. It's driving me nuts. To reach out to Simon. It will take 6 months, but you'll get it. Okay. All right, we got that. We'll get the Lucky Mat. We'll keep Psycho Mantis over here. And we'll keep Snake over here. Alright, our equipment. Psycho Mantis. So. They said they can't send it due to they're looking at a workaround for tariffs. Ugh. Keep following up with them. My biggest advice. Alright, place the standard boss stage reference card. Oh, where's that? Shoot. Oh, wait. Is it in here? No. It's not. Yeah. Okay, Ocelot. Boss. Oh, wait. Tank boss. Helicopter. Oh, wait. Boss stage reference? There we go. Boss stage reference card. Cool. Guard reaction. We don't need any of that stuff. Okay, cool. Got to about turn 4 into a solar boxes, waiting for their Clockwork 2 expansion. Nice. I heard their Clockwork expansion isn't bad. I think it's pretty good. Alright, those are all special tokens that do things that we'll remember in a little bit. Okay, so we need to take our cube, put it on blue. Alright, shuffle the 7 Mantis cards to form the boss deck. 7 Mantis cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Alright, so our objective is to defeat Psycho Mantis. Office furniture. Players cannot move through the yellow dashed lines. Okay, so we can't go through the desk. We can't go through here. This we can for some reason. Psycho Mantis is here. We're here? Yeah, we're here. Okay. Hold that there. Cool. Actually, here, we can move this screen up a little bit. Actually, I think we can get a little bit tighter. Oh, I think we can do it this way. It's getting a little bit tighter here for you all. Okay. We'll keep the boss reference here. Make sure we'll keep it on Psycho. While I wait, I'm diving back into Resident Evil deck building game. Dude, let me know how that is. I still want to get into that stuff. Alright, so stage cleared, any player killed in action loses. Okay, and that's that. Cool. So we have the player turn. Players take their turns in any order. I need your tokens. So we have like 4 action tokens, right? Meryl's. All of our damage ones will probably need them, right? He has what? 12 defense, 15 life. Jeez. Where's Snake's tokens? I wish the organization was better for this thing. Excuse me. I don't need that many 10s. I guess there's 5s on the other side. Alright, 1 snake action. 2 snake action. I might actually get a Plano box for this to store things because I have a spare storage box. So 3 snake tokens, 4 snake tokens. Get a couple more damage tokens. All right. Cool. So yeah, we take our 4 actions and then the boss turn takes his. So let's read his little sheet. It says, each time Mance is attacked, move the boss marker down 1 step on a telekinesis track. Then reveal the topmost card of the boss's deck and resolve the reaction. Okay. He can move through his lines, so that's good. Or that means good for him. It's not good for us. So for the boss stage, the players get to battle iconic battles. Draw and resolve the top card of the boss deck as instructed. Alright, so let me just see what a card is and I'll redo it. Move, flying furniture, and then the bottom is other stuff. Okay. Okay. Sadly, Bandai discontinued the game. Would have been cool for 6. It is cool. I mean, it's not cool to discontinue. It would have been cool, yeah. All right. Cool. So every time I try to attack him, I can't do things. So players must be in the same column to attack Mantis. The text next to the boss marker is the active text. Okay. When instructed to move the marker to its next space, on the bottom, move it to the top. Okay, yeah. Once per turn, when a player rolls an exclamation point, they must attack the other player with a black cube. If there are no players, they attack themselves. Players must be in the same row. Oh god, which way are is columns this way and rows this way? Rows are horizontal, columns are vertical. Okay, other way. Column, row. Players cannot use focus tokens or perform focus actions. Okay, so he has a defense of 12. Oh, guys, defense of 12. Kodak 0203. what's the codec of 0203? That's not a typo, that's true power. Okay, cool. So, we have to deal extra damage. We get extra white die with this one. Or roll a white die. Wait, so how do we beat him? How do we deal more damage? Let me check that out really fast. I don't remember like the secret way to deal more damage. Combo attack is 2 and a black. Okay, so we need to do combo attacks on him. Because just shooting a gun at him isn't going to do anything. Alright, so we need to combo him. Because that's the only way we can roll a 12. And our gun isn't strong enough. I guess we have a grenade, but it still isn't super helpful. Okay. Okay. Let's see if we can do this, chat. So we have our 4 actions. We get to do all of ours. And then we get to attack him. Do Bills players Bryce Pop-Up and Spencer Brown ring any bills? Not off the top of my head, no. Okay. Can we deal... Just want to see one more thing. I don't know if we can deal the confusion to Psycho Mantis and like knock him out. Because I don't think he has a confusion. No, it's just guards. I think we weaken. Yeah, it's just guards. Okay. Okay. So medicine, we can refresh tokens if we need to. So I guess first, if I remember this correctly, we will move 2 spaces. Once per round, if there are no other players, you may add +1, -1 to your dice rolls when using a weapon. I don't think it's going to help us. So we move the 2 spaces, right? We're right there in front of Psycho Mantis. Now, we use 2 tokens to do hand-to-hand combat. So we use 2 white dice and a black die. Alright. Okay, here we go. So that's 12. 1, 2, 3. I think we just deal... Actually, how much damage do we deal? Sorry, it's been a hot minute since I played. Okay. So, attacking. Boss attacks. The player being attacked rolls number of dice. Oh no. Player attacks. Roll number of dice indicated by the action equipment cards. When a figure is dealt damage, place hit damage on their dashboard for players and bosses, or next to the figure for guards. If a figure is dealt damage equal to their exceeding health, they are defeated. Alright, let's just read defense really fast once we find it. Does anyone remember off the top of their head? It's from the University of Northern. Oh, that's nice. Compare the dice rolls from the attack against. Oh, 1 damage is dealt. Jeez Louise. Okay, so we rolled a lot, which means we only deal 1 damage to Psycho Mantis. Now, each time he is attacked, move the boss marker down 1 step on the track, then reveal the top card and resolve the yellow arrow. Then return it to the bottom of the deck. If Mantis was dealt 2+ damage, attack. No, we were not. Oops. So this just goes to the bottom of the deck. Okay. There's no reason to roll 1 die. Once per turn, when a player rolls an exclamation point, they must attack. Okay. I'm not doing that. Alright, so the gun doesn't do enough damage. Nothing else does damage. You can't do enough. Alright, so is there even a point of doing anything else? I guess not, right? Okay. Does his card just go to the bottom? So unless it's different for the scenario, the defense is what you have to overcome to deal damage. Yeah. After you do a boss's card, does it just go to the bottom or back to the discard pile? I can't remember. Okay. Just says do the next thing. I think it's discard and then you'll hit a card that makes sure you shove all the cards back. Yeah, that's what happened with like Ocelot, right? Alright, so we really can't do anything else. So that's kind of everything. So we did the 1 damage. So now he flips over his top card, which states he moves 2 up. So 1, 2. And projectile printing. And Mantis is on an even column. We said columns are vertical, right? Yes, columns are vertical. If Mantis is on even color or even number, which he is, attack all players in odd and vice versa. So he would attack us on the different ones, but we're not on different ones. So we don't have to worry about that. Okay. That's that. So now I mean, we could attack him just to see if we can move the psychokinesis track. Move through options. If he's unable to move the full amount to 1 fewer space, no players in the line of sight. Alright, so he'll always be in line of sight. If no players are in line of sight at the end of his move, turn him until a player is in his line of sight. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, there's not much we can do yet. Do we move? I guess let's move 1, 2. We'll dash again. 1, 2. I don't know. We'll hang around there. See where that gets us. All right, that's all we're going to do. So his next card is moves 2 to the right. 1, 2. He's got to go line of sight. So now he's going to face that way. Shooting statues. A mantis on even number. Attack all players on odd rows, vice versa. So 0 is even in this. So we're both on even. So he doesn't attack me. Okay. So 2, 1, 2. Oh, we just can't sprint fast to him. All right, so maybe we want to stay close to him. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And let's go 1, 2. And we'll chill right there. All right. Bad card is move 3 down. I think he moves through us. 1, 2, and stays there because he can't make it all the way through. Attack all players 5+ spaces away, then move the boss marker down. We're not 5+ spaces away, so we don't have to worry about that. So we'll dash, or we'll move, sorry. We'll just sneak, I guess. Then we'll do a combo attack. All right, so we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's do a +2, so that hits. So that's 1 damage. Now, doing so, we move this down, so players must be in the same row, right? So left to right to attack him now. And then we'll do focus to refresh all our tokens. Next one, he's going to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, attack the player furthest and deal 1 damage to all the players within 3 spaces. Okay, so it's just going to attack us. He just does damage to us, doesn't he? Oh, no, he attacks with 1 black die. Okay. Does it have to tie? Is that what success is? Tying and higher? So, like, well, it's a 5, so we definitely did better. So it does 1 damage to us ever 4 health. Oh, boy. Oh, I forgot to flip over a card when I did damage to him. That was my bad. I forgot to do that. All right, we can do now dash total 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Combo attack again. Equal or higher. Okay. That's 11. Okay, we can do once per round. If there's no players within 2 spaces, there isn't. Add +1 to this roll. The exclamation point doesn't affect us, and we are in the same row. So we deal 1 damage to him, and then we affect or do this, and it just says Hideo. This goes back on the bottom. Okay. Did we move this yet? I don't think we did. We cannot use focus tokens or perform focus actions. Okay. Now Psycho Mantis goes. Move 3. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3. Attack all players who do not share the same as me. Okay. 1. Good. Okay. So we got to run back over to him. Dash twice. 1, 2. Or dash and sneak. Another hand-to-hand combo. Oh boy, that's only 6. We're gonna fail. So we don't succeed. Move the boss marker back to here. And the bottom is, if Mantis was dealt 2+ damage, he was not. So we don't have to worry about that. Okay. So we have to be in the same column, which we are, but we can't do any attacks, so that's fine. All right, now Mantis is going to Hideo Kojima. All right, so now we can do combo attack. Can we do combo attack twice in a row? I assume, right? Because we could do that. So 5, 9, 10, 11, 12. That will hit. So we deal damage. Move this down. We are in the same column. That's that one. This one states if Mantis was dealt 2+ damage. No. He's gonna run out of cards. Yeah, I guess when he runs out, we'll just shuffle them back in. Okay, so we dealt the damage. That did that thing. Now it's his turn. Because this one just says move 3. 1, 2, 3. Attack all players within 5 spaces, which is us. Was that black one? Yeah. Okay, it doesn't do any damage. Cool. He has no cards, so I'll just shuffle him. Is there something you're supposed to do with the view? I mean, it doesn't say to do anything. Oh, wait. We're in a yellow space. That doesn't have anything. No, I mean, it doesn't. Oh, wait. Codec 0208. Oh, shoot. I couldn't see the bottom of that. It looks like someone is sending coded burst transmissions, but I can't decipher the frequency. There might be some clues on this card. If you're having trouble, contact me at 0213. Yeah, I do need help. Snake, it looks like the frequency was hidden. Turn the card upside down. Look at it now. Do you see the hidden codec? 03JI? Oh, 0314? Looks like a frequency. 0314. Someone went. All right. It looks like the frequency is 0313. 0314. Snake, you shouldn't be here. There are no game components that you should bring into this codec entry. It looks like Shakespeare said, "Not had all is spent where a desire is got without content." You shouldn't look at this codec reference without a codec number hoping to find secrets. You could end up reading something that might spoil it for you. Be careful, Snake. All right, I'm stuck. 0319. There are 3 clues that are on you and Meryl's dashboard. Oh my god. What do you mean there's clues? 319. If Psychomantis' weakness is hiding there, it probably won't be easy to spot. Look for anything that seems out of the ordinary or doesn't belong. If you get stuck, contact Mei Ling at 0414. What do you mean there's something on here to help me with him? Oh, God. This game, man. 0311? Yeah, is 0311 something? Oh, yeah. Snake, Psychomantis is manipulating your mind, but there may be a way to stop him. It's you again. Why are you helping me? No time to explain. I need you to listen carefully. Look at the back of you and Meryl's player dashboard. Mantis is hiding his weakness in places he thinks you never look. There are 3 clues. Hurry, Snake. Oh, boy. Okay. Oh, okay. I retired to Alaska. Oh, wait. 0312. To Kodak. Oh, boy. Okay. 0312. Snake, there's another clue here. This one is trickier. Do you see, Snake? Mei Ling is already working on deciphering. If you need a hint. Okay, so there's a oh wait. Pages 21, 48, 18, and 69. Wait, is that in the big book? So when you put those together, it says pages 21, 48, 18, and 69. Chat. All right, 21. I'm assuming it means this book. 21. Okay, there's a card. They talk about the card key. Wait, I have the card key. Is there something on the card key? Codec 0706, is that important? No, that's not it. There's something on the card key. Okay. That's 21. What's 41? This game is amazing. Dude, they did such a good job with this. 41. Okay. Card key. Okay, it's talking about the card key again. 4118. Launching a nuke. Okay. And 69. Giggity. Oh, wait. There's certain text. Oh, wait. There's certain text in red. Okay, wait. 21. What's the red text? Insert Okay, insert 41. Insert under 18 the 69. Insert under the look. In wait. Insert under the what? Wait. This insert? Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. Do not remove. Chat. Oh, let's go. Can you hear the screen? Okay, so there's a new Psycho Mantis board. Now he's only got 4 defense. Each time Mantis is dealt 2+. Okay, so it's a little bit different. Oh. Oh, check. Okay, so I'm going to move it to the new board. His defense is a lot weaker. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. Is that all 3 clues, I think? 0312. Let me just make sure. 610. Some kind of code. 0604. Each part. Yeah. Okay, so it's page numbers. Okay. Bro, this game, man. This game. Okay. We don't need Meryl anymore. Oops. All right, I think it's our turn. After all of that. So now his defense is worse. His cards are done. Okay. I guess we shuffle them. I'm gonna shuffle them. I'm just gonna shuffle them up. It makes the most sense. Not 100% sure if I was doing that right, but the rest of it, holy cow. Okay. So now we have to, once per turn, when a player rolls an exclamation, they must attack another player with a black die. Okay. So let's dash 1, 2. So now we can just try to shoot him. So each time he is dealt 2+ damage, move the boss marker 1 step down. All right. So is it 2+ damage for the entire turn? Metal Gear, dude, Canadian. This is getting insane. I just had to like solve riddles and stuff. All right. So I guess it means 2+ damage for the turn sequence, not one at a time, but I'm not 100% sure. Because there's very few things that would do several things. So let's shoot him with a white die. Okay, a 4 deals damage. 1, 2, 3, 4 gets in the 5, and now let's shoot him again with a 6. So now we did 2 damage. So each time he's dealt 2+ damage, move the boss marker down 1 step. So now it'd be in the same row, which we are in the same row. Then reveal the top card of the boss deck and resolve the attack the nearest player in the same row or column. So now he's going to attack me. Oh wait, this goes under. So we gotta do a black die, which does damage to us, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, I guess we. Oh no, we can't. We couldn't manipulate that. That's okay. We only have 4 health left. What does he have? 6? I have 15. All right, let's shoot him again. Okay, there's 6. Deal. I don't know. It's 2 plus damage though. I feel like we haven't done 2 plus damage. Do we know if it's 2 plus damage for the entire thing or just like 1 hit? Because if we could just keep doing 1 damage at a time, that's fine. Mm-hmm. When a figure is dealt damage, place hit damage and tokens next to them. Yeah, I want to say it's like 2 and 1 hit. Check the FAQ. Do we have a link for it? Metal Gear Solid CMOD FAQ. 2 damage. Arata. Oh, actually I think this goes away, they said. The Hideo thing actually goes away. Okay, that's fine. FAQ, okay. Well, the FAQ doesn't say anything about it. And they don't have anything about +2 damage that I could see. I don't think we take the hit. Because that would just be weird. Like a weird way to track it. I think we can just keep doing 1 at a time. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna roll advantage. And YouTube can correct me later. Alright, so now he goes. What time do you use the AI then? Oh, it's eventually. The problem is the rule book, I don't know where it is online. Okay, so 3, he can't move up anymore. Attack all players do not share the same column space. So he rolls the black die. It's 6, so now he does his damage. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so same row, we're fine. Oh no, share the same. Attack all players who do not share the same column. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so we can shoot him 1 time. We'll add the +1, so it does 4, so it does the hit. We can only do that 1 time, so we did that. Oh shoot, that's a nothing. Wait, why am I rolling that again? Now we shoot him. Okay, another miss. Shoot him again. Now we can do the +2, so we hit him again. Okay. All right. Let me just double check really fast. We're in the same column and row, so I don't think we'll get hit by a lot of things, which is good. Oh, when a boss is dealt KO damage, it's treated as standard damage instead. So I should have been doing extra damage with the combo attack. So we'll call that even because I didn't do any of that. Because KO damage is a special type of damage. It says if a boss is dealt KO damage, so it should be actually a lot more damage we should have done already. So we'll call that even for now. Okay, cool. All right, and then I'm gonna refresh my token. I'm gonna focus to refresh my tokens. Now he's gonna go. He's gonna move 1, 2, 3. I don't think he can go in that corner space because, well, I guess he can. We'll go there. Why not? Attack the furthest away player. Okay, so he's gonna attack us with a black die. It's a 3. We'll do -2, right? Because we could do this on anyone's roll. Let me just double check. Yeah, I think we do on anyone's roll, so that's fine. Okay. We're just gonna turn around. So we get all of our tokens. He's at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have to do 4 more damage. No, we have to do 6 more damage. So we'll deal 1 attack with a white die. Okay. 1 attack. 2, we could do this to do 4, so we hit him again. So now we're up to 10 damage on him. We'll do the gun 1 more time. We'll do the other die. Maybe that'll help. Okay, 4. Sweet. And then we'll refresh all of our tokens again. No, refresh a token. We'll do the -2 in case we were about to get hit again. Okay. Oh, is a rule book in there? Oh, here we go. Rule book at the bottom. Okay. Yeah, we could look at that in a little bit. Okay. Now we do his. Okay, so he moves right in front of me. If Mantis is an even number, attacking all odd numbers or vice versa. So there is none there. Same row. So we're still in the same row. So we could shoot him with a white die. 2, we don't have a +2 anymore, so it misses. We'll do it again. 6, okay, that hits. So 12. Do another gunshot. 2, it misses. Let's focus to refresh the +2. Okay, Mantis now is going to move down 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have to work like here now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ugh. Okay. Attack all players 5+ spaces away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it doesn't do that. Then move the boss marker down. All right, we cannot use focus tokens or perform focus actions. Oh boy. Okay. So we can't do any of our focus stuff anymore. So we'll move the 1 spot, and then we'll just try to shoot him. We can't use tokens anymore. So that fails. That fails. Okay, that fails. Okay. That's that. Now he goes. Move 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah, shoot. Attack all players within 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're not within 5, so that's fine. Okay. So we have to dash toward him. What did we have? Look at the question we had about design. I just thought that was awesome. Yeah, it's so cool. All right, we want to be in the same column-ish. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where we want to be. Is this the integral edition? Yes, it is. All right, let's shoot him. Okay. Can't freaking hit him. Okay, 6. Okay, we did 1 damage. That's 13 now. We got to do 2 more damage to him. I think this card is the one that hits this way. I think. Or no, up and down. So move 2. 1, 2. He goes through his desk. Right? Mantis can move through them if he was unable to move the full amount of spaces. Instead, he moves 1 fewer. So he stays there. Oh no, that's fine. Mantis is on even number, attack all odd numbers and vice versa. So he's on an odd, he attacks all evens. Nothing there. I think we shuffle. So now it could be anything. Okay, so we need to... We're going to move 2 spots. We'll go 1, 2. We'll face them head on. And then... Actually, do we... No. If we do a combo attack, we could basically guarantee to hit him. And then just try for the gun. Or we could try 3 times with the gun. Like you say, looking sad? No good. Alright, 5, 6... Okay, so that guarantees a hit. I'm not going to do the extra dealt damage thing that should deal damage to him, but we're not going to do that just in case that's like, whatever. Then Metal Gear Solid... Dude, yeah. I hope they're working on another one. Alright, so normally you would deal this damage as well, but we weren't doing that originally. So I'm not going to do it now. Plus, I'm not 100% sure I'm doing this +2 damage thing right, so we're just going to call it even. Then we'll shoot him with the gun. If this hits, we win. And we can't use focus tokens. Sorry, I realized that you might not be able to see all that. 15. I'm like sweating. It was oddly hard. Are there any expansions for this game or any future expansions planned? There's no expansions, and I don't know if they're playing anything. Bill's game is nuts. Yeah, it was. Okay. So, you use the other... I wasn't able to read the future. A strong man doesn't need to read the future. He makes his own. Perhaps so. But I will also read your future. To get to Metal Gear's underground maintenance base, you have to go through a hidden door. It's behind the bookcase. The overland route. It's blocked by glaciers. Go past the communications tower and use the tower's walkway. Why are you telling me this? I can read people's minds. In my lifetime, I read the past, presents, and futures of thousands upon thousands of men and women. And take off his mask. And she goes, oh, it's gross. And each mind I peered into is stuffed with the same single object and obsession. That's selfish and atavistic desire to pass on one seed. It's enough to make me sick. Every living thing on this planet exists to mindlessly pass on their DNA. We're designed that way, and that's why there is war. But you are different. You're the same as us. You have no past, no future. We live in the moment. That's our only purpose. Humans weren't designed to bring each other happiness from the moment we're thrown into this world. We're fated to bring each other nothing but pain and misery. The first person whose mind I dove into was my father's. I saw nothing but disgust and hatred for me in his heart. My mother died in childbirth, and he despised me for it. I thought my father was going to kill me. That's when my future disappeared. I lost my past as well. When I came to the village, I was engulfed in flames. Are you saying you burned down your village to bury your past? I see that you have suffered the same trauma. We are truly the same, you and I. The world is a more interesting place with people like you in it. I never agree with the boss's revolution. His dreams of world conquest do not interest me. I just wanted an excuse to kill as many people as I could. You monster. Let him talk. He doesn't have much time left. I've seen true evil. You, Snake, you're just like the boss. No, you're worse. Compared to you, I'm not so bad. I read her mind as well. I saw you there. You have a large place in her heart, but I do not know if your futures are together. I have one last request. My mask, put it back on. I should have done the whole... like this, other people's thoughts force their way into my mind. Before I die, I want to be myself. I want to be left alone in my own world. I'll open the door for you. Hey. If you want to find your future, go through that door. This is the first time I've ever used my power to help someone. It feels strange. It feels kind of nice. Let's go, Meryl. I'm sorry. How could I let Mantis control my mind like that? If you're going to doubt yourself, I'll leave you here. Never doubt yourself. Just let it make you stronger. Learn something from it. You're sorry. I won't do it again. Snake, can I ask you something about what he said? I was just wondering. What? What's the problem now? Oh, no, nothing. So tell me, Snake, what's your name? Names mean nothing on the battlefield. How old are you? Old enough to know what death looks like. Any family? No, but I was raised by many people. Is there anyone like you? I've never been interested in anyone else's life. So you are all alone. Just like Manta said. Other people just complicate my life. I don't like to get involved. You're a sad, lonely man. Come on, let's go. Heh. Simon, let's go. All right, then they go to the tower. Meryl, what is it? Meryl, get down. Meryl. Snake, leave me and run. I guess I am a rookie after all. Don't worry, Meryl. It's me they want. Even I know that. It's the oldest trick in the book. The snipers use me as bait to lure you out. Damn. Shoot me, Snake. No. My gun. I can't reach it by myself. Don't move. I promised I wouldn't slow you down. I can still help you. I want to help you. I was a fool. I wanted to be a soldier. Quiet down. Save your strength. But war is ugly. There's nothing glamorous about it. Snake, please, save yourself. Go on living and don't give up on people. Don't forget me. Now get out. Bloop, bloop. Meryl! Damn, Snake, it's a trap. Sniper's trick to lure you out. The sniper's waiting for you to go help Meryl so he could pick you off. Don't do it. It must be Sniper Wolf, Foxhound's best shooter. Snipers usually work in pairs. This one's alone, huh? I know her. She can wait for hours, days, or weeks. It doesn't matter. She's just watching and waiting for you to expose yourself. Maybe so, but Meryl can't hold out that long. Snake, can you see Wolf from where you are? There's nowhere to hide between here and the tower. She must be on the second floor of the tower. If Wolf is in the communications tower, she can see you perfectly. It's the classic sniper's position. At that distance, you won't be able to hit her. You'll need a sniper rifle. Colonel, take it easy. I'm going to save Meryl no matter what. Okay, thanks. Snakes. Or ... What's wrong, Naomi? Nothing. I'm just surprised you're willing to sacrifice yourself. You got the genes of a soldier, now a savior. Oh god, there's a lot. Okay. Trying to say I'm only interested in saving my own skin. I want to go that far, but I don't know what the hell my genes look like, and I don't care. I operate on instinct. Like an animal? I'm going to save Meryl. I don't need an excuse. Okay. Colonel, don't worry. Snake, thanks. I understand. I'm sorry. All right. He runs all the way back, so we don't have to do it ourselves. We get a sniper rifle. We get shot, I think. Clack. Bam. Sniper, 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 sniper. Oh, we don't even do the communications fight. Freeze. It's hard to miss when you're this close. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. This is her. It's hard to miss when you're this close. Toss your weapon over here slowly. You're a fool to come down here. Stupid man. A lady sniper, huh? Didn't you know that 2/3 of the world's greatest assassins are women? Do you want to die now or after your female friend? Which will it be? I'll die after I kill you. Is that right? Well, at least you got spirit. I am Sniper Wolf, and I always kill what I aim at. You're my special prey. Slap. Though I think she scratches him, not slaps him, but I don't remember. I've left my mark on you. I won't forget it until I kill you. You're all I think about. Bang. Pops him in the head. Oh, boy. Okay. Wait. Is there a reward we're supposed to be getting? Unlock equipment card 13 and go to page 74. Okay. Let me get my equipment card first. Snake! Alright. Equipment card 13 is car key 3. Alright. Okay. Solid Snake voice. It's pretty bad. But that's okay. Don't kill him yet. I want him alive. Leave it to me. I want no more accidents like the DARPA chief. Yes, he's my target. Mine alone. Can you hear me, Solid Snake? He's tougher than I thought. Honestly, this channel is lacking Metal Gear sound alerts. I know. Do you know who I am? I always knew that one day I would meet you. The man who stole what was rightfully mine. The man who stole my birthright. I also wish I could do Liquid's voice, but his voice is so good in the games. Do you need his DNA too? Yes. I want a sample while he's still alive. We need to correct the Genome Soldier's mutations. Then we'll be able to cure them? No. We still have to get our hands on Big Boss's DNA. Have they given in to your demands? Not yet. They won't give in. They're all hypocrites, every single one of them. Is that your opinion as a Kurd? They always put politics first. Boss, it looks like our friend has awakened. That's right. That's why they want to avoid any leak about their nuclear weapons plan. There definitely is a resemblance. Don't you think, little brother? Or should I say big brother? I'm not sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You and I are both the last surviving sons of Boss. Or Big Boss. Beep beep. It's me. Really? Then what? Those idiots. Alright, Raven. I'll be right there. Damn American. Alright, they're not responding to our demands. We'll launch the first one in 10 hours as planned. Damn Americans. Looks like you read them wrong. Okay. Something's funny. Normally, the Americans are the first ones to the negotiating table. They must think they've got something up their sleeve. So it's come down to it, has it? We're going to launch that nuke and ride it all the way into history. I've got to take care of some launch preparations. You're in charge here, Ocelot. What about you? You want to stay for the show? I'm not interested. It's time to feed my family. So you prefer your wolves to my show, huh? Ocelot, don't screw up like you did with the DARPA chief. Yes, I know. That was an accident. I didn't think a pencil pusher like him would be so tough. Well, his mental defenses were reinforced by hypnotherapy. Boss, what about the ninja? He's killed 12 of my men, whoever he is. He's some kind of lunatic. Bastard took my hand. How could he have gotten here? Perhaps there's a spy among us. Mantis is dead. We've also got to find out what killed Baker and Octopus. We're short-handed, so make this little torture show as short as possible. Torture? This is an interrogation. As you wish. See you later, brother. Your woman is still in this world. Meryl. Catch you later, handsome. Once she picks a target, she doesn't think about anything else. Sometimes she even falls in love with them before she kills them. Finally, just us two. How are you feeling? Not bad. I caught a little nap on this revolving bed of yours. Too bad I was sleeping alone. Glad to hear that there's some bed all right. I'm about to show you some of its nicer features. Where are my things? Oh, don't worry. They're all here. Washington has taken quite a chance sending you here. Someone must have had a lot of faith in your skill, huh, carrier boy? Man, there's so many references that if you don't play the game yet, you don't get. So Metal Gear is armed with a new type of nuclear warhead, huh? Why don't you go ask Campbell for the full story? The Colonel. By the way, you got the optical disc from President Baker, didn't you? What if I did? Is that the only disc? Or there's no other data? What do you mean? There's no copy? If not, that's fine. Is Meryl okay? She's not dead yet. Wolf must have been feeling generous, but I want her to stay that way. You better start answering my questions right now. You are holding one key card. Where are the other two? What's the trick behind that key? That weasel of a president said there's some kind of trick using the key. Hell if I know. I see. No problem then. We're going to play a game, Snake, and we'll find out what kind of man you really are. When the pain becomes too great to bear, just give up and your suffering will end. But if you do, the girl's life is mine. Yeah, electrocuted. Then we go back. Looks like I got a roommate. The DARPA chief. Whew, what a stench. Holy cow. Okay. Snake, are you okay? I've been better. How's Meryl? Snake, the government's decided not to give in their demands. We're trying to buy some more time. Come on, Colonel. Why don't you stop playing dumb? I'm sorry about Meryl, but I want the lies in now. What are you talking about? Metal Gear was designed for a new type of nuclear warhead, wasn't it? Exclamation point. You knew all along, didn't you? Why did you try to hide it? I'm sorry. Can't tell the grunts, huh? You've changed a lot. Metal Gear's secret advanced nuclear weapons research. Does the White House know about this? How deep does it go? As far as I know of yesterday, the president had not been briefed about the Rex project. Need to know basis, is that an idea? These are sensitive times. Even subcritical nuclear tests are causing quite a stir. Plausible deniability, huh? Yes. And tomorrow the president and his Russian counterpart are scheduled to sign the START 3 Accord. I get it. The reason for the deadline. That's right, Snake. And that's why we can't let the terrorist attack go public. We still haven't ratified the START 2 or dealt with the issue of TMDs. This has to do with the president's reputation and America's place as a dominant superpower. So patriotism is your excuse to circumvent the Constitution? Please, Snake, just stop him. Why should I? Because you're the only one who can. In that case, tell me the truth about this new type of nuclear warhead. I told you before I don't know the details. I don't believe you. If the situation is so serious, why don't you give them the demands? Let them have Big Boss's remains. Okay. You see, or for some reason you can't. Something you haven't told me about. Publicly, the president's been very vocal on his opposition to eugenics experiments. We don't want the existence of the genome army to go public. And that's the only reason? ... Hey, Cyberjace. Huh. The hell with you. I'm sorry. The corpse of the DARPA chief is lying next to me. Poor man, but it's strange. He looks and smells like he's been dead for days. All his blood's been drained too. Drained? Maybe to slow down decomposition? I have no idea. But the chief only died a few hours ago, right? Right, but he's already starting to decompose. What could it all be about? Something his blood they wanted? I doubt it. Just the nanomachines in the transmitter. Did the chief tell you his detonation code? I'm afraid so. Or did the chief tell them his detonation code? Afraid so. It looks like they got both codes and nearly ready to launch. Damn, is there any way to prevent it? It seems there's some type of emergency override that can cancel out the detonation code. It's a countermeasure that Arms Tech installed secretly. You have to unlock it with 3 keys. And where are those keys? I've got one of them. I don't know where the other 2 are, besides I'm locked up here. You got no choice. Forget about the keys. Your top priority now is to destroy Metal Gear itself. Sorry to lay it all on you, but you're all I got. Bust out of there and get to the communications tower. You okay, Snake? Oh, sorry. Then we get tortured more. Sorry. You okay, Snake? Yeah, nothing new to report. Snake, is there anything I could do? Yeah, my arm hurts. Poor Snake. I'll increase the level of painkillers. No, she's going to make her controller vibrate in her arm. Naomi, please talk to me. Say something to take my mind off the pain. What can I say? Anything. I'm not a very good talker. Please tell me about yourself. Myself? That's a tough one. Any family? That's not a happy topic for me. I don't have any family. No, wait. There was one man who said he was my father. Where is he? Dead. By my own hand. Big Boss? What? Big Boss? I had no idea. There was no way you could. It happened in Zanzibar 6 years ago. Only Snake and I know the real truth about what happened there. So it's true. Was Big Boss really your father? That's what he said. I don't know. Or that's all I know. And you were able to kill him knowing that? Yep. How? He wanted it. Besides, some people just need killing. That's patricide. Yep. That's the trauma that Manson was talking about, the one we share. Is that why you locked Fox out? Let's just say I need to be alone for a while, and Alaska was the perfect place. Snake, I don't have any real family either. Just a big brother who put me through school. We weren't even blood related. He was much older than me. Where is he? He's dead. I'm sorry. Snake, is there a woman in your life? After you've been through as many wars as me, it's hard to trust anyone. Friends? Roy Campbell. Huh, you still call me friend? Is that it? No, there was another. Frank Yeager. What? Big Boss's most trusted lieutenant and the only member of Foxhound to ever receive the codename Fox, Gray Fox. I learned a lot from him. But didn't you try to kill each other? That's true, we did in Zanzibar, but it was nothing personal. We were just professionals on opposite sides, that's all. And you still call yourself friends? Hard to believe. War is no reason to end a friendship. That's insane. I first met him on the battlefield. He was being held as a prisoner in Outer Heaven. But he didn't look like a prisoner to me. He was always so cool and precise. I was still green and he showed me the ropes. You knew him well? No, we never talked about our personal lives. Sort of an unwritten rule. The next time I saw him on the battlefield, we were enemies. We were fighting barehanded on a minefield. I know it sounds strange to most people, but we were just two soldiers doing our job. It's like a sport. Men in their games. You're like wild animals. You're right. We are animals. So if you're friends, then how do you explain the ninja's behavior? I don't know. It's your genes. They make you predisposed to violence. You really like talking about genes, Naomi. Why did you get into genetic research anyway? I never knew who my parents were, or even what they looked like. I guess I got into genetics because I wanted to figure out why I'm the way I am. So you studied DNA? Yeah, I thought if I studied my genetic structure, I'd find out who I really was. I thought that by analyzing a person's genetic information, I could retrieve the blank spots in their memory. Memory stored in DNA? We're not sure, but we know that a person's genetic fate is determined just by the sequence of 4 bases of DNA. So what about my fate? You know my DNA sequence, don't you? Your fate? I'm sorry, I have no idea. Of course not. You're a scientist, not a fortune teller. Snake ends his talk with Naomi and calls Otacon. Otacon, are you still okay? Yeah, thanks to my stealth camouflage, that is. I have a favor to ask. I need your help. I was wondering when you'd ask, what should I do? I've been captured. I'm locked up in the cell. What cell? There's a big torture machine nearby. Okay, I know. It's close. I'll be right there. Thanks. Otacon comes. Gray Fox doing his thing. Then we hit stage 9. That had to be, except for the reading part, one of the coolest things I've done in board games. With that Psycho Mantis fight. The guy who designed this, Emerson, whatever his face is. I don't know where it is. It says somewhere else. Fantastic. Shoo. D20 for book narrator? No, I don't do voices well enough. We need to hire David Hayter. Who was it? Emerson Matsuichi? Please, for the love of God, Emerson, please do another one. Please do Metal Gear Solid 2. Because that whole sequence of what you did with Psycho Mantis and getting the second card and whatnot, bro, absolutely phenomenal. Of course, now my throat hurts from doing all that, but that's all right. That is good chat. I will say, for a CMON game that's Metal Gear Solid focused, it is. Oh shoot, I put this in. Well, I guess I can just change it now. It is quite good. If you download the last VR missions online, it gives you a hint at what may or may not be coming in the future. Can you just tell me? I just want to know. I mean, I guess CMON has to be a company still, right? And that might be a part of the problem. Oh, shoot. I think I did this wrong. It goes this way. There we go. One more mission. No. Good God, no. There was so much reading. Oh, wait. I messed this all up now. The box is all turned about. There we go. No, but yeah, it's really good. Really fun. I back DC United, so I hope they pull through, but I definitely know. Yeah. So like, it's one of those things that like, yeah, hopefully they do more, you know. But yeah, if they're working on a second one, man, it's just like I hope they don't skip Metal Gear Solid 2 because it was like not as good of a selling game at the time. Like obviously it's much more I feel like respected as a game now. Board Game Geek thread. They did a good job of adapting Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, they did. Emerson. Oh my god, okay. Pull the trigger, prettier than Fast and Ocelot. All box missions, okay. Alright, can we just go to... Oh wait, third post? Oh yeah. Oh, then we have to scan a QR code? Son of a gun. Alright, let's see what it says. What? It's just Roy Campbell. Hold on. Oh, let's refresh it. It's not doing anything yet. Alright, so far it's Roy Campbell being all sad with like a line. Am I supposed to type something? Yeah, it doesn't do anything. I mean, it's just Roy smiling, then sad, and then kind of worried with like a blinking line. Oh, wait. Can you hear me? Hello, phone? Does that mean more to come? I guess. I was hoping it would do more. Hold on, what's the CMON? Stage 60 MGS CMON. Oh, wait, maybe we can't do it on our phone. Stage 60 MGS.CMON. Oh, CMON.com. CMON. Oh, it's like they're gonna do more, but they haven't done anything yet. I only just discovered that the DC United Batman Hush retail box was out. They kept that quiet. Shocker. Like, it's a shame too, because CMON, like, I mean, obviously there's huge issues I have with the company, but they do cool stuff with a lot of their games, or somewhat cool stuff, I should say. All right, let's get boss reference. I got my copy the other day. In a way, the big part. Campbell is in a big part of Metal Gear Solid 2. True, he's big in Metal Gear Solid 2. He's big in Metal Gear Solid 2. 3, he's not there. 4, he's brought up a bit, but they probably wouldn't skip to 4, right? And then 5, he's not in. Right, he's in 4. I haven't played 4 in forever because there's like no way to play it. Which is annoying. Give us DC chips, I know, right? Oh, Metal Gear Solid 2. Just get 4, it would be hilarious. Just make 0 sense. His big role in 2. His biggest role is in 2, so I assume that's what they're hinting at. Yeah. It would have been better if they had like the, I guess spoilers if you never played Metal Gear Solid 2, but it's like a 20-year-old game. But they had like his voice get all crackly and stuff like that. It'd been cool if they would have done that. Oops, pushed the wrong button. What'd you think of the Mantis fight? Not gonna lie, got kind of let down. What, of this board game? Oh, I loved it. With the secret messaging, that was one of the coolest things I've ever done. Alex, did you find the secret messages? Oh shoot! Oh, that goes now. On the one hand, the big part of 2. On the other hand, he's not actually in 2. I know, right? Is it on the back of the box they forgot to mail to you? No, it's not. It was in this. That's all I'll say. All right, we need to book. Dude, 2 is I remember. Okay, I remember to this day, like when 2 first came out. I think I said this before, so I apologize. But my buddy and I were super. Oh, okay, not bad. I got this right. My buddy and I were super excited for Metal Gear Solid 2. And because when Hideo did all of his when Kojima did all of his like stuff, they never show Raiden, of course. And you start off and you're like, this is great, this is everything I wanted, and then the whole Raiden sequence happens. You're like, okay, this is probably gonna be a little bit, and then you finish the game, and you're just like, wait, what? And then at the time we're like, whatever. And then when you play the game again, and you realize, oh my god, Kojima predicted everything. He knew. That son of a gun knew. Okay. Okay, just making sure I had everything. Yeah, so wait, let's download the rulebook. What do I have to do? Print it? Save as PDF. have 2 saved in your first memory card. When you start 3, the first time Snake appears, he's wearing a Raider mask. Yeah. They did so many good things. Okay, so let's take... what is it? Downloads. Oh my gosh, come on. Copy the rulebook. Outer Haven is a Twitch channel? Is it really? Haven't played RE deck building in a long time, so I read the manual and how to set up shop monster deck and was still confused and helped that Biohazard was open mixed it. For this game, Psycho Mantis states if you deal 2+ damage, he does a thing. How is 2+ damage done? Is it by one attack that deals 2 damage, or is it doing 2 total damage during the player phase? Then you can use that mask later on. Yeah. That was so fun with the whole thing. All right, I dug in the rulebook you shared, and here's how the damage system works. Damage is stacked per instance of attack. When you attack, you roll a die. You result 1 damage. The attack deals 1 damage, and you place damage tokens on it. Yes, 1 attack roll that results in 2+ damage. No, 2 different attacks that do 1 damage is the same player phase. Would you like me to also pull the Psycho Mantis dash, bro? Yes, please. All right, so yeah, it's looking like according to AI. So if Psycho Mantis ability triggers on 2+ damage, that means 1 attack or effect must deal at least 2 damage at once, not adding up to 1 and 1. See if it can open it up. But yeah, I think this answers it basically. So yeah, it was 1 attack roll, it does 2. So if you did like bombs or something like that, it was more powerful, then it would have done it. So I think we played right. We actually played slightly handicapped because we should have done more damage. So I think that works out good, assuming ChatGPT knows what it's talking about. Are included. Okay, so they can't do it. Not cumulative. Okay, so yeah, it's not cumulative, so that's fine. That's fine. I think we actually did it correctly then. Each character has a level up mechanic. Whenever you kill a monster, for Wesker's second ability, you can choose a player to make them draw from the mansion deck. That's amazing. Dude, Resident Evil's so good. I'm excited for new Resident Evil. I feel like ChatGPT just flips a coin and decides what it decides is correct. Yeah, I mean, you could technically keep asking it the same exact thing over and over in private browsers and see what it does. I mean, again, when I read through, that's what my ruling was as well, because it just says you deal damage for the attack. So that's kind of how I see it. But overall, ChatGPT's pretty good, even if I don't always agree with it. Google AI Gemini is off now and again. Look at Google search AI posts. Yeah. I mean, Google, like, AI just pulls from the internet. Will Joshi be alone forever? Will Joshi from my chat be alone forever? No. I'm asking because I'm concerned about a friend. But yeah, so Google AI is pretty good. But if people ruled the wrong way on a lot of things, like on webs or whatever, or forums, then it will pull the wrong ruling. In the core box, it just randomly threw in the Nemesis as a regular encounter. Then Biohazard's expansion, the Big Bad Tyrant is the final form. Nice. All right, I need to close all these tabs. God, if Emerson's working on this. When did this game come out? Like a year ago? Oh, no, 2024. Okay. How replayable is this game? You have 14 man. Yeah, it's pretty replayable. Would it be possible to get the Tom Hanks laugh in the Money Pit movie on here? Is like something you could purchase for channel points. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please is work safe. What is it? Sound alerts? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, wait. Let me kill the music for a second. My Metal Gear Solid music that probably screwed everything up. Okay, I accept your stupid cookies. All right, library search Tom Hanks Money Pit. All right, I don't know how loud it's gonna be. This is what you want. I don't have space for it. We need more things. I had to laugh that No Lips does in Dick Tracy. T-Snow beat me in fantasy football because my whole team was terrible. My defense scored the most points. Did you have Josh Allen? Wait, that was Moobles. Mumbles. Dick Tracy. No, nothing comes up under Dick Tracy. That was the only one that came up for the Money Pit too. So like that's my only version. It's kind of like a worn out one. Or not worn out one, like a badly recorded one. Poorly recorded. Until someone draws a final boss in deck. Nice. And if it kills the player, the game ends. The player with the most decoration wins. Oh, they have the Metal Gear Solid 5 track. I don't believe there is a world in the multiverse where I draft Josh Allen or any other Bills player. It's a shame. I thought you liked to win. What about the looks like somebody has the case of the Mondays?
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Yeah, that's a good one. Care for some water, mumbles. Jump to conclusions. Kills me just here. I do like to jump to the conclusions. It's a jump to conclude. Nah, they don't have it. They have a Simpsons version of it though.
Since you always jump to conclusions, why don't you jump off a cliff too?
It's not the Simpsons. It's just a picture of Lisa Simpson. Hold on. Office Space.
I believe you have my stapler. I believe you have my stapler.
What'd you do if you have $1 million?
Lawrence, what would you do if you had $1 million?
I'll tell you
What I'd do.
Man. Two chicks
at the same time. Really?
That's it? You had $1 million. You'd do 2 chicks at the same time?
Damn straight. I always wanted to do that, man. And I think if I were a millionaire, I could hook that up, too, because chicks dig dudes with money.
Well, not all chicks.
Well, type of chicks that double up on a
Well,
dude,
dude like me do.
Good point.
What else they have?
Peter,
Yeah.
watch out
Watch
for
your
the
cornhole.
Okay, Lawrence.
What I got? PC load letter, case of the Mondays, and TPS reports.
Hi, Peter. What's happening? We need to talk about your TPS reports.
Yeah, the cover sheet, I know. Bill talked to me about it.
Yeah. Did you get that memo?
Yeah, I got the memo, and I understand the policy, and the problem is just that I forgot the one time, and I've already taken care of it, so it's not even really a problem.
Napoleon Dynamite? I don't like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. It's just
You
we're putting
see-
new cover sheets on all the TPS reports before they go out now, so if you could go ahead and try to remember to do that from now on, that'd be great. All right.
That's like all the ones they have for Office Space. I like the what does the Simpsons have? Nelson's laughing. What's this?
Now get out. You're banned from this historical society. You and your children
And your children's children.
Now
Oh, that was that.
It's like Speed 2, only with a bus instead of a boat.
Oh, this is a classic.
Stop! He's already dead.
The goggles, they do nothing. The thing is, Bob, I've got 8 bosses right now that that if I make a mistake, I have to hear 8 different people that remind me. Hold on, what else do they have? I like Ralph. They need more Ralph Wiggum stuff.
In this house, we obey the laws of thermodynamics.
What's this one?
I'm gonna be doing this.
Oh, it's the video.
If you
Hey, you, beer me.
Very technical difficulties. Wow, they have a lot.
I think Bart and Lisa are feeling a little upset right now. Isn't there something you'd like to say?
There sure is. Kids, you tried your best, and you failed miserably. The lesson
Lesson
is
is never try. Oh, this is the one I was looking for. I kind of feel like I need this one.
I'm in danger.
Family Guy. There's just a lot labeled Family Guy, so I don't know what it is. They have the bird one. No, I'll get hit with a copyright for that. Yeah, they're all just like family. Oh, that's the fart one. That was loud. This is the high quality entertainment people come to this stream for. All right, chat. That's enough of that. That was a very intense. I'm over here rolling in tears, man. I am. It's classic. Classic stuff. Phantom of the Paradise is on YouTube. I'll look at it later. Alright. I gotta get here, chat. Appreciate you all. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight with Metal Gear Solid. Wednesday we'll do Lord of the Rings again. Hang out. We'll be like halfway through. Or yeah, I think we'll be halfway through the first box. Damn dirty games. Alright. I appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. See you all Wednesday. Take care, everyone.